In Pakistan, 2 million people fled the Swat Valley during the summer's military offensive against the Taliban after intense pressure from the United States. Now, a new exodus has begun as the government has launched a new offensive of 30,000 troops against militants in South Waziristan. As many as 150,000 civilians and possibly more have left in recent months after the army made clear it was planning an assault. Pakistan expects at least another 100,000 people will flee the tribal area. Pakistan's generals are calling the offensive the, quote, mother of all battles, and portends to be one of the army's most controversial operations, the use of overwhelming force against their own people, many of them tribal militants who had once been trained and encouraged by some of the leaders and generals now moving against them. Pakistan's army is seeking to destroy a Taliban faction they say is responsible for 80% of terrorist attacks in the country, including 7 attacks last week that killed about 150 troops, police, and civilians. Businessman Mohammed Shabazz told Der Spiegel, quote, "Life here is becoming increasingly difficult. Even without war, we have problems. The military is patrolling everywhere, and there are controls on every street. It is getting more difficult by the day to get hold of food and other everyday goods." Information from South Waziristan has been scarce. Roads have been closed, a curfew has been imposed, and phone networks have been cut off in the area where foreign journalists are denied entry. Amnesty International says its research teams on the ground have found, quote, insufficient preparations for health facilities, supplies of food and drinkable water, and shelter for the displaced.